Dante Moore is staying with Oregon. This is going to really screw up because they said the Jets were going to take him second in the draft this year. So that's not happening. And I got a thing. So I said to Dale, is is uh is Raiola going to stay? He said he signed Raiola. New NCAA legislation allows a redshirt to play up to 9 games passed unanimously by the coaches, pending approval by the executive committee. So Raiola's going to stay. Moore's going to stay. We talked about it, only 20 games. And Rich Samini had posted, I got to find it for you, that Rich Samini said that right now that, yeah, the decision by Dante Moore, even if they had no plans to pick him, his president of the draft would have increased the value of the number 2 overall pick, assuming Fernando Mendoza uh, goes number 1. So now the focus shifts to Ty Simpson or Trinidad Chambliss and whether they're factors with the 16th or 33rd pick. So, you know, listen, HJ gets in touch with me. He says, I'm hoping that Tucker's going to sign 3 years for 150 million. Harbaugh was in the house today. He's still not signed, but he was there. They're making a massive push to keep him. But Dante Moore is staying with Oregon. He must have felt like, I gotta. This is what I have to do. I gotta stay a Duck. And Verizon today had an outage. So today, Michigan looked yesterday for tickets. I'm sorry, yesterday for the Torrent versus the New York Sirens. They're playing April 4th at 8 p.m. at MSG. So we want to get tickets in the lower bowl. No tickets, none available. And the tickets just went on sale yesterday. So she saw tickets online last night for 63, but there was a $30 fee for getting, for Ticketmaster. So I went there and it ends up I got 2 tickets for $48 each. So I thought I was going to pay a buck 25. I would go even higher, but I got 2 tickets for under $100, and we're going to go see him play 8 p.m. Keens before the game. I'm psyched to see first PWHL game ever. So I'm very excited to go to that. And yeah, I mean, I'm shocked about Moore. I really am. I didn't think they'd have a chance. Randy reached out to me today. Jesse Minter and Jairo Avero, both defensive coordinators. Minter with the uh, Chargers, Avero with the Panthers. So I don't think Signetti's coming, but I mean we put it out there. I thought that was a good thing. Yeah, wow. Oregon fans can finally be excited about Dylan Raiola as Dante Moore announces his return. So now you have a guy waiting in the wings who sit for a year and knows he's going to play. Uh, Hal was upset because the Patriots are bringing some pass rush help, signing former Texans defensive end Darrell Taylor to their practice squad with a strong possibility of elevating him for the playoffs. They also said that who's the guy? Fred Warner might play this weekend against the Seahawks, which would be kind of crazy. What did Fred Warner? Did he break his leg? I thought he broke his. What did Fred Warner injury? Fred Warner injury was get notable. They got an update on him. Still alive for the postseason. On Friday, they addressed it. Where the things stand, I'm ready to whenever they're ready. He said when asked how he feels physically. There's some T's that got to be crossed. It's got to be dotted. If we're up to me, I'd be out there this weekend. But unfortunately, doctors have to approve. Back doing full football drills and everything. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, the bounces were confidence. Yeah, on Monday, he showed himself working through drills. Wow, the footage aligned with his description of being back in full football work. Wow, that just blows my. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, they said earlier this week. They said we're not very high. Not preparing against the Seahawks. Wow, I mean that's crazy. Door remains open. Yeah, I mean that would be a big pickup for them. Even just get him out there and play a little bit. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, what did he broke his leg? What was dislocated and fractured his right ankle. That would be a huge pickup for them. I guess we'll see what happens on that front. But I was like, wow. I keep saying wow. I see a lot of wow. Also, Young to be out through the All Star break now. Trae Young for the Wizards. Ingram, Sue, and Aaron Donald all going to the college football. Mark Ingram, first Bama player to win a Heisman Trophy, and Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald are all going to the College Football Hall of Fame. And I would think Ndamukong Suh, Donald, and even Ingram has a shot of getting to what Ingram ran for 10,000 yards. I don't know if he's good enough, but Mark Ingram to me had a pretty solid pro football career. Had some very good years. Was more, I guess he wasn't Mark Ingram, America. Mark Ingram, football running back. Yeah. Mark Ingram, 8,100. No, not enough. 8,100 yards. He played 12 years. He had, let me see right here. He had one, two, three 1,000 yard seasons. He was on New Orleans. Yeah, he didn't, he had one, yeah, he had 11, 24, 12 touchdowns one year, 2017. You see, that's what I wanted to go through. So I wanted to show, so Andrew Filipponi writes about all Pittsburgh stuff. My Patty can't stand him. He just talks out of his ass, and he would have come back. That's what the job was him. That's what they said. They said that the job was his if he wanted it. Rooney said that if he wanted to come back, the job was for 2026. He stepped down. So I was wanted to look up Ben Roethlisberger played through 21, right? He played through 21. Okay, so 21. So that's what I want to look up. Pittsburgh in 21. They made the playoff. They lost the wild card against KC that year. And who was their starting quarterback? Was it him all season? It was Big Ben. Mason Rudolph played 2 games with a really Big Ben. So that was 21. So I know he had Big Ben. Then 22, they went 9-8, did not make the playoffs. 23, they went 10-7 and lost to the Bills in the wild card. And their starting quarterback was Kenny Pickett. They had Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky, and Connor Haywood. That was the guys. Okay, so who played in that playoff game? They lost to the Bills. They lost 30. Okay, I wanted to see who was the quarterback. It was Mason Rudolph. Mason Rudolph was your quarterback for your player front in 23. Now 24, they went 10-7, and they lost to the Ravens in the wild card. And I could have sworn who was the quarterback last year? It was Russell Wilson. So I know they had Big Ben through 21, but it's not like he's had great quarterbacks that he had and Tomlin said he's taking the year off. You do whatever the hell you want this year. You take off as much time as you want. That's fine with me. I did watch the Seton Hall. Seton Hall was losing 35-22 at the half. They cut the lead to 2 in the second half. The problem was they couldn't, so I forgot this guy even played for Michigan. But Seton Hall couldn't stop nobody could hit foul shots. They lost 69-64, and I was wrong. I said yesterday they were undefeated. They are now 17-1, UConn. I thought they had lost once, and I'm pretty sure they lost to Arizona. And did it right? And the Reed for them had 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist. He is a 22-year-old. I guess he's a junior. Wait, what year is he? He is a senior. So he's averaging 14 points. Yes, Barnes, your UConn Huskies. Yes. You have Tarris Reed, who I loved. Everybody's become much more religious. Reed is an animal. Can't hit a foul shot, motherfucker. So that's what Reed said. Reed said that Jesus Christ anchors his whole game. So I said that to my friend Lanker. Does Jesus Christ anchor your whole game? He goes, what the hell are you talking about? That's what Reed said. First thing out of his mouth. I have never heard so many guys say, if God came down, he'd be like, I don't have nothing to do with sporting events at all. But that's a story for another day. Because JD talks about the real stuff. Listen, you could be as pious as you want, but I feel like it's thrown around so much these days that it's a little too much. Cocky B, it's a little too much these days. Yeah, Cocky B got upset. He thinks that Weathers is a great pickup for the Yankees, and the Red Sox picked up Suarez, right? 5 years, $130 million. I know you're very excited about that. And also, yes, he got 5 years, $130 million. And what is Jonte? What position? That's what I wanted to ask Hal. What position? Velocity down. Yeah, Red Sox, bad contract. Velocity down. Now he'll win 20 games next year, but velocity down on that front. So he said Cocky B's upset because I keep talking negatively about the Yankees because they don't have any hitting, And all we keep adding is pitchers when we need a lot more hitting. We not, need a lot of people supporting around Mr. Judge. So we have pitching, but you still have a lot of liabilities on the offensive side. No hitting, but lead league in runs scored. Yeah, but we didn't win the World Series last year. Yes. Also, you're losing guys. We don't have some guys back that are. We don't know. We don't know if Bellinger still is in the wind. And isn't it like less than 4 weeks now till pitchers and catchers report, and we still don't have a deal with Cody Bellinger? I mean, it's a little ridiculous there, Barnes. A little ridiculous. So, yeah, so Seton Hall cut it to 2. They were down 35-22. Connecticut finished the first half on an 18-3 run. They were 35-22. Seton Hall cut it down to 1.65-64, hit their only three-pointer of the game was with 47 seconds left, but alas, they lost the game. So that's what I was trying to see, the team stats. Seton Hall didn't. Okay, so UConn was 51% from the field. Seton Hall was 41. Both teams combined to go 4 for 33 from 3, which is, I mean, that's atrocious. Free throws, 15 to 25, Seton Hall, 16. You're telling me that they missed 20 free throws between the two teams? That's disgusting, dude. That's disgusting. And they're a good team. One guy was screaming the whole game. It was fun to watch. It was a good game. And yeah, recap. Yeah, it was fun to watch. It was yeah. Tavis Reed Jr. scored 21 points. Silas Damari Jr. made 4 free throws in the final 29 seconds, and they had lost 4 in a row in Newark. So every year, what your coach, who I love, said, "We're UConn." That's all I kept saying. Hurley kept saying, "We're UConn. We're UConn." Like, he's cocky, but listen. He's won 2 chips. They've taken a different hotel every single time. They lost the last 4 games at the Prudential Center. They were down double digits, and they still brought it down to a point, and they couldn't get it done. Yeah, Alex Caravan at 13. Mullins had 11. So Mullins is going to be a one and done, you think? Caravan started his 128th game for the Huskies, tying with second with Talik Brown behind Jack Voschkuhl. Caravan also moved to the 18th place in scoring with 1,604 career points with the Huskies. Yeah. Williams scored 16 for Seton Hall. Adam Clark, 12. And Najee Hines, 10. 1 for 16. Wow, from three-point range. Well, I watched this game. I wasn't blown away with Mullins. I mean, I didn't see him do much, but he did hit a nice jumper. I mean, he's averaging 12, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 48. What's he shooting from 3? 46%. I mean, how old is he? Is he 18? Is that all he is? Braylon Mullins, man. He looks like he's 12. He had like a mop head on. Probably one of his worst. Yeah. Well, listen, it says a lot for how they play defense too. Yeah, he's 19. He'll be 20 in April. So he's not like Cooper Flag young. But we'll see what happens. I know, and Dante Moore coming back. I love that too. What else? Suarez and Bo Sox agreed to a 5-year deal, $130 million. It's him, Garrett Crochet, Sonny Gray, Brian Bello, and Johan Oviedo. He's 30 years old, 3.25 ERA over the past 5 seasons. His velocity has dropped from 93 down to 91 in the past 3 seasons, but his ERA has gone from 4.18 to 3.20. His WAR has gone from 2.4 to 3.4 to 4.0. Dude, how do I know? Listen, he was tendered $22 million qualifying offer from the Phillies, turned it down, and he turned $22 million into $130 million. I would say he won. He's pitched for the Phillies since entering the majors. So All-Star season at 24. What did he do? We went from 12 and 8, 320. So an All-Star in 24. Lean more. He went 12 and 8 with a 3.20 ERA while setting career highs with 151 strikeouts and 157 innings pitched as he dealt with back problems, a recurring issue for him. So he's got a back problem. Yeah, dude, I'm just telling you what I'm reading right here. What's his career pitching? He's been there. He's pitched his whole career with them. He's pitching the postseason. 4-1 with a 1.48 ERA. Oh, there's Maddie fucking ganging up on me. Maddie and Cocky B. Maddie, look, went to the gym today, baby. Did a little back. Went to the gym, just did some back. So you guys didn't hear, I'm going to the PWHL game at the Garden, April 4th, Michigan and I, and tickets were only $48 each. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you went to the gym today? Good for you, Bo. Good for you, Cocky B. Nice going. So he is 53 and 37, and with a career 3.38 ERA. He's won double digits 3 of the last 4 years. You know, yes, better product than the Rangers. Yes, the Sirens. I'll be seeing the Sirens. The Sirens. I'm excited to see the Sirens. Uh, talk about Dante Moore. Their discussions of developing play-in games for the college football playoff has cooled in recent months as a playoff format's future because they don't know how many games they want to go to, which is crazy. So that's with Brandon Marcello, who I like. He covers all college football. Dante Moore, he's 20. He's had 20 career starts. His year at UCLA, his year and UCLA and redshirt year have given him an appreciation for development. He'll have one more season for that at Oregon. They probably, I think he made 2.3 last year. It's going to go way up this year. Giants, nothing on. We'll see what happens. Also, Matt Ryan wants him. Now the Jets, I think, and I was talking to Broccoli Rob about this, my friend Rob. I kind of like the idea of them going after that Ole Miss quarterback, Chambliss. And, I mean, yeah. Well, I think, Maddie, I think it's going to go up to at least 16 teams. I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to see what happens on there. CBS adds Kirk Cousins and Kyle Long to the NFL today for the remainder of the playoffs. Kirk Cousins, I'm okay with that. The Commanders have brought in Brian Flores and Jonathan Gannon for the DC position. We'll see what happens on that front. Ducks. Oh, so everybody's trying to get this kid Seaton out of freshman All-American Jordan Seaton, the transfer from Colorado, where the asking price I heard was $2.4 million. So everybody's trying to get this left tackle to come. I like Chambliss. Barnes, I like him. I think he's a guy who could come in and play for the Jets, and he's got a nice arm. People think it's not. Yeah. I think Moore, it was a good move that he. Well, listen, you know what? I think it'll be 24 in a couple of years too, Barnes. I do too. I agree. I would have liked Dante Moore. I felt he needed another year. I'm not upset of him of saying, hey, I'm going to stay. Should be able to get him at 16. Yeah. Well, I don't know, Maddie. This is the thing. Yes, maybe. I after watching him in that championship game, he looked like Darnold seeing ghosts. I am okay with him staying in college. I'm okay for the Jets to use the 2. Maybe somebody is going to get greedy. They want some guy at 2. Maybe they'll trade up. Jets will trade down. They'll get more picks because they do have the 16th and the 33rd, which is the first pick of the second round. I just don't think Chambliss is going to. I think Chambliss will probably work his way into the first round because so it's Ty Simpson. I just can't believe the Raiders aren't going to take Mendoza first. Yeah. He was ducking. Funny you. Yeah. Well, listen, Peyton Manning could have came out and he stayed in. That's the year the Jets had the first pick and they ended up taking get me the ball. What the hell? What's his name? The wide receiver who I never was a fan of. Who's the guy who went first for the Jets? USC wide receiver. He won a ring with the Bucks. How come I'm blanking on his name right now? I see his face, and he's on ESPN radio. Who's Jets USC? How come I'm blanking on his name? Jets USC number 1. Oh, Keyshawn. Yeah, Keyshawn. Thanks, Maddie. So that's what I feel like. I feel like he goes back in, and if the Jets suck again, then they could get more with a year of experience, and hopefully. If Aaron Glenn sucks again, I think he's gone. I don't think they're going to give him a second year, but Woody Johnson's a fucking moron. So who knows on that front? So we'll see what happens on with that whole thing. Yeah, Sean Payton had one request for the Broncos fans. He said raise it. He says I don't want you to raise the noise level when they break the huddle. I want you to be loud when they enter the huddle. So that makes everything all messed up, slows up the speed of them. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, he said for years we're conditioned to raise the noise level when they break the huddle. The noise level needs to be loudest when they enter the huddle. Just get them off their speed. I still think the Bills are going to go in and beat the Broncos. I think the Broncos offense is not that good. I don't think the defense is that good. Thank you, Ryan Green, for that little tidbit. Yeah, Oregon City's coming back. Yeah. Wow. I think that's awesome. I love it. Suarez, we talked about. Glenn is brutal. Yeah, you get blown out at the end of the year. Come on. You suck. He sucks. And then I saw this basketball game. What's the name of this college? Bellarmine, 12 passes. The ball never touched the ground. Jets would have felt pressure to take more at 2. What do you say here? Jets would have felt pressure to take more at 2. Now they don't have to worry about it. But they got to get a quarterback. Have you clarity. Okay. Yeah, so 12 passes I saw by Bellarmine College. I thought that was pretty cool yesterday. Who else? Nebraska blew out. Who did they play yesterday? Nebraska basketball. I was keeping track of the scores. Oregon is playing against. Oh, they blew out Oregon by 35 last night, 90-55. So Nebraska is now 17-0. Tonight, Texas host, Vanderbilt, which is 16-0, and UNC is playing at 9:00 against Stanford. They are playing at 9:00. I don't know. I got to check where the game is. It might be the ACC network. And are you guys having the Verizon problems oh, wait a minute. Am I back? Are we back finally? I don't know. I feel like it's been SOS all day. I don't know if I'm trying to send stuff. It is not getting sent to people. Nope. Still not working. Nope. So stuff is still a mess. Yeah. Offensive lineman. Oh, Jonte Newman you got from Texas A&M for Texas. Dude, you have shitload of money to spend on all these players, so why not make it happen if it can happen? What else do I have here? Everybody split. That was nice. Oh, and I thought this was interesting. So, Kansas State linebacker McGuire Richmond has entered the portal after being released by Kansas State. Richmond shared on social media that the KSU coaching staff told him they were releasing him and he'd have to transfer somewhere. He was a 3-star recruit in the class of 25, the number 15 player in the state of Kansas, and chose the Wildcats over Iowa and Memphis. Today, he said, I was informed by the KSU coaching staff that they're releasing me. Therefore, I am immediately entering the portal with 4 years of eligibility remaining. Crazy, right? And they said this is happening a lot. This is what's happening. All Day O State wrote, this is what's happening all across the country. If you see players entering the portal from your favorite school, just know that a large number are being forced out unwittingly. Most players just aren't as open and honest as this dude about it, which I thought was kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys are all, but yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Pass rusher or Tate at 2. Wait, Tate had the Verizon problem earlier. No, I still got it, man. Wait, so who's Tate? Tate? Are you talking to the guy from Ohio State? Is that guy from Ohio State? Who's the guy you're talking about, Barnes? Tate college football. You're talking about. Are you talking about Carnell Tate? No, you're not. Are you talking about him taking him number 2? Taking a wide receiver number 2? I think that's a little too high for a wide receiver there, Barnes. Yeah, I don't think I want Carnell Tate at number 2. I think he'll be good, but I don't know if you need someone to throw him the goddamn ball. What is it going to be next year? Is it going to be Justin Fields or is it going to be Tyrod Taylor? And I think Tyrod Taylor's only on a 1-year deal anyway, so we'll see what happens on that front. But that was crazy that he was let go, and that's what's happening now with the transfer portal. Yeah, Adam Thielen is retiring. So didn't Adam Thielen want to get released didn't he get released by Carolina? And he took it, and then he went to play. Didn't he? Yeah, right. He was at Pittsburgh. I'm sorry. No, he was at Carolina last year. He was with Pittsburgh, and then he went to Minnesota. He has to be released, so he finished the year with how many catches? Yeah, 19 catches. He did. Listen, for a guy who was he an undrafted? Where did he play his college football? At Minnesota State. If I'm right about Thielen, was Thielen undrafted? Guy carved out a 12-year career, over 700 catches, 8,400 yards, and 64 touchdowns. He had 1, 2, 3 1,000-yard seasons, and I mean he had back-to-back 91, 12, 76, and then he had and how many touchdowns? And 4 touchdowns and 113, 1373 and 9 touchdowns. But I thought Adam Thielen was drafted. Adam Thielen. I could have sworn he was an undrafted free agent. Yeah, 2000 undrafted. You have a guy who is undrafted who goes. That's pretty impressive. To put up numbers like that is undrafted in 2013, and he ends up finishing his career with Yeah, I mean, that's 12, played 12 years in the league, 704 catches, 8,497 yards, and 64 touchdowns. I would say that's a hell of a career for him, man. That is a awesome career. I love it. Love stuff like that. All right, so I saw that Thielen retired, and yeah, that was interesting about him. Adam Thielen retired. Well, he was kind of done. Justin Lowe signs with San Diego State, former Oregon wide receiver. Giants are pushing to get. We'll see if it happens if they get him signed. But HJ will be very excited. Now I don't know if Diana Rossini put this up, and I don't know if I agree with it 100%. The Bears' process last year was a good one. Their head coach candidates were put through situational football scenarios and asked to explain in real time how they'd manage key decisions. Sure hope every team is doing that this time. You don't think they've been doing that since? And also was Ben Johnson, who was highly sought after the year before in 24, stayed with with 23, stayed with the Lions, came back in 24. They had the 16-1 season, and they get blown out of the playoffs. Come on, really? They had to go through with Ben. They were dying to get Ben Johnson. They were trying to get him. They would have drove to Detroit to get him. So a little bit of a bullshit right there. Yeah, blueprint for the coaching. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so UNC tonight is on the ACC network. We'll see if they can get the job done. They're both playing pretty good. Today is the deadline for college underclassmen to declare for the NFL draft. That's why you saw Dante Moore today. Exception is for the underclassmen in the national championship game, who have until January 23rd. I thought he had to do it sooner than later. And Milton sent me this one. This is hilarious. Transfer quarterback TJ Finley is signed with Incarnate Word. That was where Cam Ward started his college football career. Nakos reports. Finley has made stops at LSU, Auburn, Texas State, Tulane, Western Kentucky, and Georgia State. Seventh college. He is on his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I wanted to look up TJ Finley's stats. Let's look up TJ Finley stats. And I'm telling you, TJ Finley. Here we go, TJ Finley. Okay. TJ Finley has been he played 5 games as a freshman at LSU, threw for 941, 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Auburn in 21, so he's still a freshman. He started 9 games, threw for 827, 6 touchdowns and interception. Stayed at Auburn in 22, threw for only played 4 games, threw for 431, a touchdown, 4 interceptions. Texas State in 23, he started 13 games, threw for 34, 39, 24 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I guess that wasn't good enough. Then went to Western Kentucky, where he played 3 games and threw for 490, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. And this year, Georgia State threw for 12-14 in 7 games with 6 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. So in his career, he's thrown for 7,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, 27 interceptions, or basically 1 year, 2019 for Joe Burrow. So he's 2 years at Auburn, a year at Georgia State, a year at LSU, a year at Texas State, a year at Western Kentucky. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He didn't play. I guess he went to Tulane, but then left. Just unbelievable. TJ Finley. And how old is TJ Finley? He's got to be 23 now, right? TJ is 23 years old. 23. Wow. TJ Finley is 20. He'll be 24 in March. 24 March. Yeah. Unbelievable. College years. Signed with, enrolled as an early enrollee at LSU. He was backing up Miles Brennan, suffered a season-ending injury, was named the starter. Then in 21 to 3 competition with Brennan, Johnson, and Finley announced, 5 games during the season, went 2-3. He was later benched for Max Johnson. Final 2 games, he finished the season. Yeah, that was his second year. Was that his first year? 2000 started the 5 games during the season. In 21, in a 3-way tie for competition in spring practice, he announced he would enter the transfer portal. So he transferred to Auburn. He had offers from Alabama, Penn State, and Houston. He was a backup to Bo Nix. Well, then Bo Nix suffered a season-ending injury. He started the last 3 games, including the Birmingham Bowl against Houston, which they lost. He went 0-3. Then in 22, he was arrested for eluding police officers on 2 separate occasions, riding his motorcycle without a helmet in the city of Auburn. He was named starting quarterback. Wow. Yeah. He entered the he got his degree from Auburn, and he he did walk in 2023, so he's in graduate, so he can keep going. Texas State, uh, G.J. Kinn. They he went to the he led into a victory over Rice in the first responder bowl, their first bowl appearance and a victory. So I don't understand what happened there. Then he went to Western Kentucky. Wow. Finley suffered a season-ending leg injury in the first half that required surgery. So he made it in the season opener. Following week, rebounded by throwing in a touchdown. Oh, in week 3, so that was happening. Now he's at. Oh, then he went to Georgia State. Oh wait, first he went to Tulane. He was suspended indefinitely for following arrest on a charge of illegal possession of stolen property, including involving a Dodge Ram truck valued at more than $25,000. So then that's why he didn't stay at Tulane. Then he goes to Georgia State. 11 days later, Jesus Christ. 7 games, made 6 starts, and now he's entering the transfer portal, and he's going to go to Incarnate Word. So he's had some problems off the field. Little messy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, wow. I don't know, man. Yeah, and I don't want Carnell Tate as the number 2. Yeah, I don't think he's that good. He's not that good. He's good, but he's not that good. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with the coaching. I haven't heard any more coaches getting fired. So I guess LaFleur still keeps his job for now. Yeah, I'm shocked. It's forced to transfer McGuire Richmond. Yeah, TJ Finley. Wow, you have had a career. Oh, so Mike Tomlin coached the Steelers for 19 years. In that span, the Jets employed 7 coaches. Mangini 7 and 8, Rex Ryan 9 through 14, Bowles 15 through 18, Adam Gase 19-20, Saleh 21 through 24. Ulbrich was the interim after he was fired, and Aaron Glenn. 7. Well, let's make it 6, but yeah. Doesn't say much for the organization. Not anymore. Good thing you stayed in school. And Albert Breer, someone brought this up too. So half the teams have a defensive background coach, half of them have offensive. You have Ben Johnson, McVay, Payton, and Kyle Shanahan. And then you have Mike McDonald, Sean McDermott, DeMeco Ryans, and Mike Vrabel. Vrabel, you get a great quarterback. You got Drake May. I got to give McDonald, brought in Drake May, Vrabel did. And Darnold went with Mike McDonald after he got rid of Geno Smith. Sean McDermott has been with Josh Allen. I think if they would have lost that playoff game, he would have been gone. DeMeco Ryans, C.J. Stroud. I still don't think C.J. Stroud's the guy, but they're going to ride with him for now. I think they should draft a quarterback. I really do. I think he's shown me a lot of times where he just really sucks. Ben Johnson, Sean McVay. Sean McVay's, listen, that's what I said. You hope you get the next Sean McVay, but you could end up with the next, Aaron Glenn. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get. Sean Payton and Kyle Shanahan, he's been there. I don't think it's going to happen this year. Miami is now 15-2. The basketball team with Jai Lucas, best start of Miami basketball history. Top tier Miami. Yeah, listen, it's been good. He turned out to be good. Yeah. Man, wow. Well, we'll see what happens with Seton Hall is going to be a good team this year. I mean, they may have lost the game, but they still played well. Michael Kish at 70 ran a 13.47 100-meter at 70, and he was hauling ass, man. I asked Big S if he's going to go to the Denver game. He said bleacher tickets are $1,000. Bleacher tickets. Nuggets have had 8 games in which have scored 9 or fewer second chance points. Are 6-2 of those games. 4 of those games have come in the last 5 contests. 4 at the Sixers, 2 versus the Hawks, 7 versus the Bucks, and 7 versus at the Pelicans. And as well as another in the game, Jokic was hurt. 8 at the Heat. That's not a coincidence since Jokic leads the NBA in second chance points. And the Bucks got blown out last night. Who did the Bucks lose to last night? And they booed Giannis, which really, yeah. So they got blown out by the T-Wolves by 33 last night. And Giannis had 25 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. There's a lot of talent around him anymore. And Randall had 29, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. Dante had DiVincenzo at 11. Oh, but what's his name didn't play? No, did not play yesterday. Is he hurt? Is Anthony Edwards Hurt? Why did Anthony Edwards not play in the game? That's what I want to know. Gaggle. What happened to him yesterday? Yeah, why was Anthony Edwards? Portis have been kind. Well, play a good game. Well, what's wrong with that? Yeah, much of Jan. Oh, he's been in injury for much of January. Considering the 24 reach a long ways, but okay, well, give me the answer. Also, throughout has frequently been listed right foot maintenance. Okay, so that's why I didn't play. Right foot. Eh, I guess he's right foot injury maintenance. That's why I missed the game. All right, so that's what I was wondering about. What happened right there? And yeah, that's crazy shit, huh? All these guys are always hurt. But yeah, Clemson has won 23 of its last 25 ACC regular season games in basketball. 23 of 25. That is quite potent on that front. Breaking Western Illinois linebacker transfer Christian Pierce has committed to Michigan. 6'3", 240 freshman, total 100 tackles, 13 and a half tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks, 4 pass deflections, and 1 forced fumble this season. He's the younger brother of Michigan defensive tackle Trey Pierce. I would say that's a pretty. Now, Western Illinois is playing in the FCS, right? Western Illinois football. I know Western Illinois is not a. That is a hell of a season. Western Illinois football team. Yes. So it's in the Division Two. Oh wait, they are not Division Two. What conference are they in? Standings. They are in the Big South. So they didn't. How did they do last year? Western Illinois finished 4-8. That's a hell of a season, dude. That this guy can play. Well, I guess they find these guys and like, we got to get them going. UConn stopped the 4-game losing streak for Seton Hall on the road. We saw that. Congrats to him. And we talked about that. End of an era with Tomlin. Take the year off, dude. Do something. Just chill. Enjoy yourself. Yeah. How about this? The standard at UConn. Jim Calhoun, 26 seasons, 720 win percentage, 3 national championships. Kevin Ollie, 6 seasons, 617 win percentage, 2014 natty. Dan Hurley, 8 seasons, 721 win percentage, and 2 natties. Yeah, Hurley can coach. Cocky bastard, but he can coach. Yeah, they were beating the shit out of him in the first half. So they took 12 3-point shots in the second half and 1 for 11. Seton Hall. Hey, but listen, they cut a 13-point lead to 1. Couldn't get over the hump though. Couldn't get over the hump. Miami of Ohio is 18-0, just 1 first-year transfer in the rotation. Continuity is working for Travis. 18-0, dude, is 18-0. That's pretty impressive. I got to get this kid, Sam Salvo, from the Eagles on my show. I do. George Kittle on injured reserve. Braden Willis has been promoted to the active roster to take his place. That's big shoes to fill there, Braden. Big shoes to fill. All right. Okay. Oh, I had a trivia question from yesterday that no one, HEJ was here. So do you know if anybody's, I think Maddie and Barnes are listening. If they are, do you know the answer to this question? The only player in MLB to appear in every postseason since 2017. Who is the only player in MLB to appear in every postseason since 2017? Do you know who it is? The only player to appear in every postseason since 2017. Do any of you guys know? Anybody there? JD's by himself today. It's all right. The answer is 1, Alex Bregman. That's the answer. Okay, let me do a trivia question for today. And today's and the Rangers are playing tonight. Okay, good. So Rangers are playing in 30 minutes. They host the is it home or away? They host it's 7:30 on ESPN. They play the Senators tonight at 7:30. UNC is playing 9 o'clock on the ACC network. Knicks are at the Kings, who are 10:30 at 10 p.m. And they play at the Warriors on Thursday night, the Knicks. So they got back-to-back. We got football. Dale, you have to be ecstatic. That's you're getting back Dante Moore. Today's trivia question. Let's get today's trivia question out there. All right, let's find it. And here we go. Oh, that's an easy question. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Today's trivia question is. All right, let me clean this up. I got to put it on my. Yep, good. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Okay, today's trivia question is. A playoff game this weekend will be the first playoff game featuring two teams that didn't allow a TD in previous round of the playoffs since the 2002 title game when the Bucks beat the Eagles. So what playoff game this weekend is between two teams that did not allow a touchdown in their last playoff game? So the two teams playing this weekend did two teams did not allow a touchdown in their previous game, and they'll meet up this weekend in the playoffs. Yeah, let me look at when is that game? Because I NFL playoffs. So I had it right here. Okay, NFL playoffs are. So will that game be Saturday or Sunday? Rangers are on a four-game losing streak too. All right, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Um, crap. I love when this happens. I have to go out and come back in again. So that game, one the games are games sat. Well, I'm gonna miss Saturday. Well, Saturday we have plans, so I'm gonna miss some of the first game on Saturday, and then I'll watch the Niners, Seahawks, and then Sunday I'll watch the. Is that the early game or the late game? The late game is Saturday is the Bills Broncos. The 8 o'clock game on Fox is Niners Seahawks. Then Texans Patriots Sunday at 3 on ABC, and the night game on Peacock NBC is Rams Bears, which is gonna be freezing. That's what I want to check. What's the Bears weather report for Sunday night? Bears weather Sunday. Okay, here we go. Bitterly cold and windy conditions at Soldier Field. Temperatures around 70 to 20. Feeling temps dropping to 7 degrees or below, and a chance of snow and strong winds. Well, let me look up the Broncos weather Saturday, because that's Broncos weather. Because that's Saturday. Okay, Broncos weather for game. Chilly conditions with kickoff temp mid 40s. That's not bad. Oh, wind gusts 15 to 25 miles per hour. No rain or heavy snow expected. All right, so we got that game, and then Seattle. Let me check out Seattle's weather. Seattle weather Sunday. Okay, so Sunday they're saying it's going to be clear and sunny skies with a high temperature around 50. Huh? And then what's the only other game I didn't look at was the Patriots. Patriots weather for Sunday. No, Patriots weather Sunday. Sunday. So Sunday. No. Sunday versus Texans. 35 to 30 at a kickoff. Feeling closer to 30. Chance of scattered snow flurries. Yeah, so it's not going to be crazy. All right. Maddie and Barnes, thanks for listening today. Everybody have a good day. Peace out. I got a quick showing. Talk to you later. Adios.